Welcome back to the channel SPX community. So we have some heavy volatility we are dealing with. Not too surprising. Obviously, the war in the Middle East is still lingering on. We have summer has officially kicked off, and then there's a raging heat wave on the east coast of the USA, where I'm from. This is the first heat wave of the season, so a lot of people just aren't in front of their computers. Now, that being said, the sector that SPX is in, the sector of meme coins, is actually pumping. Some coins are hot despite the rest of them being down, so that is always a good thing. So we're going to look at that, and then we are going to look at some fire tweets from the SPX community. So let's dive right in. But before we get into that, don't forget that my partner exchange, BTCC, so their 14-year anniversary badge campaign is coming to an end in a few days. They're celebrating 14 years in existence as an exchange. Yes, they were founded in 2011 before Coinbase and all the old school exchanges. So the campaign ends in 4 days on July 1st. The way it works is you have to complete a series of tasks before then, such as deposit a certain amount of money in the platform, trade a certain amount of money, follow the BTCC socials, follow their YouTube, create an Instagram story about your crypto-related experience and tag BTCC, post a message in their Discord, and if you do everything correctly, then you win $140, and more importantly, you earn a badge, which gets you access to future badge holder-only events on the exchange. And then additionally, if you want to sign up for either the 14-year campaign or just sign up for the exchange and start trading with $10,000 in bonuses, use these links in the top in the video description area. Now back to SPX and just a quick 2-second look at the charts. So things are looking pretty good in my opinion. Obviously, we pumped 2 weeks ago. We were the hottest project in crypto over that 1 month span. Then the war broke out. We dipped as every project in crypto did, but now we have regained about 50% of the drop. So things are looking good in my opinion. Some coins just never regained anything from this drop from the war, and they're just not in a good place. But then it's the charts of the other coins which are intriguing. So MOG, very similar styled meme, similar styled community. They're both on Ethereum. So this chart over the last 2 weeks, identical to SPX. We're going down, 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 and then it has regained, it picked up 40 to 50%, just like SPX, down, 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 regained 40 to 50%. But Joe coin is the one that kind of bucks the trend. Joe is in the exact same SPX sector as SPX style memes. It's a little bit older. It's 2023. It is on Ethereum. They have a lot of the same holders to crisscross the holder counts. This chart has just been red hot. So they have sort of a war-driven narrative that might have helped a little bit, but the fact that anything in the SPX and MOG sector is pumping is a good thing. So could some MOG and SPX money perhaps be rotating into Joe? The rationale being Joe is the lower market cap project, 50, 60 million. So there's much more room for upward gains while being sort of a similar style project on the Ethereum chain. It could be. Joe does have a war-driven narrative, so that's in part due to its rise lately, but I don't think that's enough. It definitely looks like there are other whales from other projects on Ethereum. We just don't know where, but it does look like some whale money from other projects is rotating into Joe. Now let's get into some fire tweets from the SPX community. If I had 3 coins to pick for my moon bag, I would pick SPX6900, Dog, and Farcoin. He's got 3 chains. He's got Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, all similar market cap coins. I like that list. I definitely do. Here's another one. SPX6900 is up 300% since Murad made his first TikTok. I can confirm it. It's up more like 500% from its all-time high a week or 2 ago. But his TikTok campaign, when he first launched it, people were like, what? And he also launched an Instagram, which hasn't quite caught on as much virally. But the TikTok, those views are a hit with the SPX community. They're a hit on Twitter. They're a hit with the TikTok, like non-crypto SPX communities, spreading the word over there too. So do not underestimate this man. Then this person is pointing out the SPX 6900 2024 chart versus 2025. 2024 had a little bit of a pump at the end of the year. It started to gain momentum, and then 2025 is obviously straight through there. So Murad only CTO'd this in last September, so the coin was around before then. It was basically a dead coin. It wasn't doing too much. It started gaining steam in 2024, but then it's really hit its stride in 2025. So this is not a coin that just pumped in the beginning and kind of died. It's just gradually been increasing momentum more and more. This person, of course, pointing out that no SPX chart is needed, a blank chart. But then this person disagrees. It woke up, checked the SPX 6900 chart. All is well. I agree. All is well. This person is pointing out that holding SPX heals his cuts and makes him work out more, makes him a healthier person overall. Then this person here is spreading the good word of SPX 6900 in some airport somewhere. He's not telling them how much he owns. I guess you don't want to put a target on your back, but he's spreading the love with his SPX t-shirt. This person is on day 4 of DCA and daily into this coin, SPX6900. You can DCA once and forget about it, but actually doing it and tweeting about it every single day is another thing. Then this person here is saying they get anxiety about thinking about not having enough SPX6900. It is effing crazy. And then Murat on his page, he has been really promoting the DCA element. He's retweeting a lot of, like this guy DCAing, this person on their day 4 DCAing. He's commenting under a bunch of other people's posts like DCA, retweeted another dollar cost average tweets. That's what he seems to be pushing. Now, here's a good video he put out talking about the types of coins that will do the best in 2025. Give it a listen.
The coins that do well in the 3rd year of the 4-year cycle continue to do extremely well in the 4th year of the cycle. This makes perfect sense because you need a critical mass of holders that continue to devote their time and energy to the coin. If you want to make big money in 2025, pay attention to the big winners of 2024.
So there we go. As you can see, 2024 was year 3 of the cycle. SPX did pretty well then. So then now we're in year 4, so theoretically, since SPX did well then, that's why it's doing well now. That's the point of that video. Statistically, that is correct, so could be part of the reason why. But anyways, that's it for now. SPX community, drop a comment down below, say hi, like everybody, do whatever. I will be back later in the video. Bankrupt signing out. Catch you later.